Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. How can we increase our Iman in the Ghaib and the Creator, and to lessen our reliance on the Sabab of the Dunya in these times?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. If you have faith, you must know that everything comes from Allah. If you are following the Holy Prophet ﷺ, then you must know that everything is coming from him by the permission of Allah. If you are following a Shaykh, then that time you know you are holding on to the rope of Allah, that Allah is saying, hold on tightly to the rope of Allah and do not separate. Because that rope of Allah is leading to Allah. This sabab, it is not a means. The sabab is the cause. If you look into our lives and we say that, for example, I am blessed because I have this wealth, and this wealth is coming. The cause of this wealth is because I work hard. Then we're putting the faith aside. Why? Because we're saying the cause of our wealth, of our ease, is through this money that I earn through my working. We're not putting Allah and His Prophet in it. But if we're looking at everything that we are doing as coming from Allah and His Prophet ﷺ, and that this sabab, it is not a cause, but it is a means, there's a very big difference. Cause means it stops there. The means means that it is coming from someone else, from somewhere else, and that is just a tool. Allah is saying, hold on tightly to the rope of Allah. Rope of Allah leads to where? To Allah. That's why we are saying earlier, if we understand the tools of what we are doing, what we are saying, what we are living for, if we have these tools that reminds us of Allah, then that time we're not going to look at all these things as the cause. We're looking at them as the tools, as the means that is coming from Allah. How are you going to do it? Isn't this Islam? Isn't this faith? How are you really going to do it? If you have a Shaykh, if you have a guide, and you believe, and you learn how to submit, then you know that everything is coming from Allah. Otherwise, there's no way. There's no way. Just as everything that happened to the Sahabi Kiram, they're saying everything is happening because of you, Ya Rasulullah. Do they know that? Are they saying it's only coming from the Prophet? Prophet is the cause? No, of course not. They know it's coming from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why they say, only Allah and His Prophet knows. Because what is the Prophet representing? Who is he representing? Himself? Allah. So Sahabi Kiram, they built a faith to Allah first by whom? Through whom? Through faith to the Holy Prophet. No Sahabi Kiram says, okay, I say Shahadat, thank you very much. Now I'm going to connect myself to Allah. Ever we hear Sahabi Kiram did that? Ever you hear Tabi'in say, now I have the Shahadat, I inherited, why I have to follow the Sahabis? I follow myself. Tabi'in says, I follow the Tabi'in. Tabi'in, they say, I keep following. That's why we are Ahli Sunnah. We are following someone who is following someone. There is always a chain. The chain is not a cause. The chain leads to Allah. How are you going to strengthen that? Hold on to a chain. Hold on to a rope of Allah. Don't rely on yourself. Don't try to lay your own rope to Allah. It's not going to work. Allah is saying, my pleasure is this way. Find those ones who are representing the rope of Allah. Then that time you're going to understand the unseen. Unseen here means not ghaib as in ghaib. You want to see the alam malakut, the alam jabarut, all these things. No, it is not that. But to know, to increase our iman, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is the one who is providing us with everything. Then there's the time we can make the connection, our iman will be increased. Okay, don't do that. It's enough. Not necessary. Okay? Inshallah Rahman. May our faith increase. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.